Hello, welcome once again to our stream. I'm Jake, aka Disco Soup, coming at you for the 7th day of January 2025's Character Creation Challenge, run by the awesome TARDIS captain of RPG.net, of his blog, and of his Discord channel. So, I've got up here Traveller 2nd Edition. If you're not familiar, Traveller is considered to be the granddaddy of sci-fi RPGs. It came out, it was technically the second one to come out, but it was the first and most lasting as far as making a real impression on the tabletop gaming hobby. If, again, you're not aware of it, the vibe varies from grandiose space opera to sometimes cyber-ish punk in newer editions. But a really common trope is basically Firefly.
Chicken.
I'm going to be making a character from it using... Whoa. I bet you can hear my family back there. That's lovely. You'll notice that I've got a different cover on my rulebook than is on here because I've got the 2016 release. There was an update in 2022 that I haven't gotten around to getting because I'm a cheapskate. But if you want to get it, you can click here. It's on sale right now at DriveThruRPG for $18 instead of $30, which is pretty good. And the game line, by the way, is supported by a ton of titles. The Traveller Companion updated very recently. I've got the first version of it. It's pretty fun. High Guard. I will say this. If you get the Traveller Core Rulebook update, as great as it is for building campaigns and stuff, you'll probably want at least one other book. Sometimes two. High Guard gives you ships. Central Supply Catalog gives you awesome equipment. Traveller Companion gives you miscellaneous rules. But this baby here, this is called The Pirates of Drynax, and it is a legendary campaign. I followed this thing when it was being released as a monthly-ish free release from Mongoose when it was for their first edition, and it is absolutely fantastic. In-depth without drowning you in things. So, we're going to make a character for Traveller 2nd Edition, and I am going to ask my family to kindly give me some peace. Oops, there we go. Alrighty, so, character creation. Classic Traveller, created by Mark Miller. Matt Sprange runs Mongoose. There are multiple, again, if you're not familiar, multiple Traveller lines in existence. You can get it for the GURPS rule set. You can get Classic Traveller. You can get one offered by the creator called Traveller 5. There's a bunch, but by far right now, the most popular version of it is Mongoose, and it's my favorite version of it as well, although I do have a soft spot for Classic Traveller. So, let's get... Yeah, I've got a pretty slow laptop here. Not a lot of RAM. But character creation is a hoot in this system, especially if you've never heard of Traveller. It uses a life path system. It was the system that pioneered it, basically. But what you do is you roll your Traveller's characteristics. And instead of, like if you play D&D or something like that, where it's like 3d6 or 4d6, whatever, this, it is 2d6s. We're going to create a human. 6 times 2d6. Ooh, not 12. 2d6. And the system, it's fiddly, it's big, but at the same time, it's designed for when you're actually playing to run very smoothly. It seems like a paradox, but you got to give it a chance. So 6 times 66. There we go. Okay. What have we got here? Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, this hurts my heart to see this. This is a weak sauce character. A lot of, oh, he's not even going to survive. So, a range of 6 to 8 for a characteristic is okay. You know, you won't get any penalties. But look at what we rolled. A bunch of penalties. 4 stats that are going to have penalties and 2 that are going to have no bonus. So you are usually rolling a 2d6 plus your skill modifier against a difficulty of 8. So even a -1 is a huge swing. I am sorry, my people, but I normally, play as they're rolled, but for the purposes of showing you how a character creation works, that wouldn't be enjoyable. Okay, so this guy, he's going to have it going on. So you get to assign your characteristics in any order you like, starting with strength. But the dice you can do. So strength, dex, con. Wait a second, I'm not doing that right. Endurance, I knew that. There's no constitution in this. This is going to be horrible. My first professional job, actually my second professional job as an RPG writer, was actually for this particular game line. Matt Sprange gave me a chance when I was nobody. Not that I'm still nobody, but I've been a Traveller fan for over a decade, and I can't believe I made that mistake. So, strength, dexterity, endurance, not constitution, intelligence, education, and social standing. So, there's no classes per se in this game. No, don't do that. Ungroup. But the careers you have available to you vary depending on your stats or your ability to excel in them. So, let's see. 8, 10, 7. Well, okay, so usually social standing is the dump stat. It's not a measure of your charisma. It's actually a measure of your social standing, as in within society. You're cast in some situations, but you do use it as if it's your charisma. So it's you throwing your weight around, and everything in here is numbered. Every character in the setting is assumed to have what's called a UPP, a Universal Personality Profile, kind of like a social security number, but it also has statistics for your body and your mind. So like, saying your character can lift X amount of kilograms, it would have a value here for your strength, dexterity. Essentially, your game stats are also a thing within the fiction of the game. So yeah, SOC is a dump stat for now because it's pretty easy to raise. And you can actually start like the game as a Duke. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. Let's have an 8 in endurance. An 8 in intelligence. And then do we have 3 11s? Hey, 3 11. Oh, okay. A 10 and 2 11s. Okay. Which all get the same bonus. So we'll do this. This is a pretty physically capable boy. Or girl, we don't know yet. I don't know. Yeah. So we get a +1 bonus to 3 stats. Before embarking on your careers, you receive a number of background skills equal to your education DM. In this case, it'd be +1. So 3 + 1, so 4. Chosen from the list below. This represents the knowledge you have picked up during adolescence and will allow you to function at a basic level in a technological society. If you saw our previous video for Stars Without Number, this is similar. Stars Without Number is kind of at its core a mix of Traveller rules with old school Dungeons and Dragons, but without the fantasy trappings. In this, your skills range from nil or null, as in you don't have the skill at all, to 0, and then on up to, it can go up to about 5, but 5 is exceedingly rare. Not having a skill at all gives you a penalty to all your rolls. Having it at 0 lets you roll without penalty, and then at a rank of 1 or above, you add your skill rank plus the relevant characteristic up here to it. So if we were to have a decent skill in something that used strength or dexterity, we'd be unstoppable. So that said, admin, animals, art, athletics, carouse. Carouse and athletics are really good skills. A lot of stuff in Traveller is not combat, but is social. So I think what we're going to do is athletics, carouse, streetwise, and survival. Athletics, 0, carouse, 0, heat-wise, 0, and survival, 0. Okay. Now, we're 18 years old and ready to take on the universe. Sometimes, and it was compulsory in older editions, where you'd have to specifically, to get these background skills, choose a planet, and based on the characteristics of your home planet, you would get certain skills. I'm glad they removed that requirement from this, even though it's optional. Careers. So next, your traveler engages in one or more career terms, representing their previous experiences and adventures before starting the campaign. Each career term lasts for 4 years. So you tend to, your characters tend to be anywhere from, they could start at 22. They'd be weak. Anywhere from 30 to 42. So, yeah, I'll explain certain things before. This is a bit more about social standing, which I had explained. But, yeah, as you get a higher one, you actually gain titles. Because this is a far future feudal society. And here's a flowchart. A lot of people make custom spreadsheets for this game, for character and starship creation. So, creating a traveler. Characteristics, we got those. Background, yes. Pre-career education. Do we want to try for college? Sure, why not? University or military academy? I don't care either way. Let's, even is civilian, odd is military. Odd, okay, military academy. So, not university, military academy. Before joining a military academy, you must decide whether it is an academy of the Army, Marines, or Navy. So, entry. And this is why it was so important that we pick our stats wisely. You have to roll. And it is possible to die during character generation in many editions of Traveller. And that is all part of the charm and the fun. And I have to say that I am proud that I was able to, in one of the Traveller books to which I contributed, actually, I was the sole author of that one. I put in, I think, probably one of the coolest ways for your character to die during character generation. I won't tell you which. So, entry. If we want to join the Army, Endurance 8, Marines, Endurance 9+, Navy, Intelligence 9+. Our best bet is to roll Army 8+. So, we're going to do that. 2d6 plus 1, hoping for 8. It's a crapshoot. Actually, pretty literally. 8. Okay, we got 9. So, Term 1, Military Academy, Army, entry passed, because we got a 9. So now, once you've entered it, You gain all the service skills in the military career the Academy is tied to at level 0 as with basic training. So we have to go and find Army careers. First, that's going to take us a bit. These are the careers. This is what they look for. So the basic service skills are right here. Driver, vac suit, guns, athletics, recon, melee, heavy weapons. So since we already have athletics at 0, we're not going to get it again. Driver, vac suit. Let's do vac suit 0. Okay. Because you never know when you're going to find yourself out in an airlock. Athletics, gun combat. Now, it's been forever since I played. But when you get higher in gun combat, you have to choose specialties. Recon, melee, same with melee and heavy weapons. Okay. And you really don't have to make a fighter. And even if you have someone who is a fighter, a lot of instead of fighting people, you could be fighting robots. You could even there's plenty of campaign options for playing a big game hunter, which is pretty cool. Different in that, instead of trophy hunting, you're helping people colonize new planets and stuff. So we go back to the Academy. Okay. And now, we roll an event here. 2D, 2, 6, 8. One of the more common ones. You join a political movement, roll SOC 8+. If successfully become a leading figure, gain 1 ally within the movement, but gain 1 enemy in wider society. So in this case, I believe you get nothing. You don't get an ally or an enemy if we don't succeed. What was I thinking? I saw 8+, so we're going to have to roll, we're going to have to roll a straight 8, since our SOC gets no bonus. Oh, 12. Okay, so and we can fill this in later. Okay, so we'll just put ally movement comrade enemy someone from regular society opposed politically. Okay, and then we roll to see if we graduate. Intelligence 8+. DMF endurance is 8+, which we do have. So we only have to roll 7, and our intelligence is, we don't have a bonus to intelligence. Okay, so we have to roll 7+ in order to graduate. Otherwise, we wash out. Okay, 10, 11. So we graduate. Passed. Graduation benefits. We rolled 11. We graduate with honors. Now, you'll notice I'm not British, but in honor of Mr. Strange, we're going to use the King's English. So, if entering the same military career the Academy is tied to, select any 3 service skills and increase them to level 1, which we'll probably do. Increase education by an additional +1. So it's 11 now. If Traveller graduated with honors, increase SOC by 1. So, boom. We've gone up to 8. Graduation allows automatic entry into the military career the Academy is tied to, so long as it's the first career attempted by the Traveller after graduation. So, normally... my dogs are fighting. One moment. Okay. I've got 2 Cheweenies, biological siblings, but from different litters. The girl looks just like a Chihuahua, and she's much smaller than the boy, even though he's 7 months younger. And he looks just like a Dachshund. Okay, so graduation also allows a commission roll to be taken before the first term of military career, so long as it's the first career chosen after university, with a DM +2. This means instead of entering as like a private, you'll enter as an officer, rank officer 1. If graduation was honors, Traveller will automatically pass this roll. So we get to be term 2, Army, commissioned as 01. Also, let's figure out 3 of these skills. Let's do gun combat 1, energy pistols, melee 1, unarmed, because that's good to have, and recon 1. Okay. And what was it else? Okay, yeah, we get to go in. Alright, so now we're going to go to the Army, and agents like a cop. So normally, you'd have to roll endurance 5+ to join, and if you had been, like, it hadn't been your first career choice, you'd have a penalty to it. And then to get a commission, you'd roll at the end of your first term. So after you'd rolled for promotion. So choose one of the following. Support, you're an engineer, cook, or some role behind front lines, infantry, or cavalry, crew of a gunship or tank. Let's see. So each one of these has their own specific skill table here, as you'll see. Support focuses on, they can be medics as well, but like, well, fixing things, also driving. Infantry, getting in and fighting. Cavalry, running weapons. It's a little different. Support, so you have to roll survival every term, otherwise, and if you fail, you get booted. Support is the easiest to survive. Cavalry is the hardest. It's the hardest to get a promotion in, support, but cavalry, because it's more dangerous, it's easier to get a promotion. So we don't have really any good intelligence. Let's go support, because I would like to learn like driving and flying and stuff. So we're going to go support. Now, we don't get the basic training because we've already got it. And let's go back to our flow chart. I'm going to take a note of the page number that's on. Oops. Okay, so roll for graduation, gain graduation benefits, start new term, choose career, roll for qualification. We don't have to do that. If this is the first career, go through basic training. We've already done basic training. Otherwise, choose a table, and this is 11, a skill table, and roll. And then we have to roll for survival. Okay, so let's remember that. Page 11. 11, 11. You say it 3 times, and you're better to remember it. Okay, 11 and 23, 11 and 23, 11 and 23. So, we can roll on this table, since we're support. We can't roll on infantry or cavalry. We can roll on personal development if we want, which is the best way to increase your characteristics, but it doesn't have like the more useful skills. Service skills, anyone can roll on this. Since we have education at least 8, we could roll on this, which gives you access to engineer, to navigation, to electronics, which, you can also get as a cavalry, but to military tactics. And then since we're commissioned, we could also get like leadership, advocate, which is like lawyer, diplomat. So non-combat once you leave. Let's just go support table. Support skill. You just roll 1d6 to see what you get. which is a 5. Electronics comms. Okay, good to know. Because if you find yourself on a spaceship, which a lot of them do, and now you start getting them at rank 1 instead of rank 0. You generally only get things at rank 0 if it says rank 0. But having it comms, you can use that on a spaceship as well. So now we're going to roll survival, endurance plus 5, and we really only need to roll 1. And remember, we're rolling 2d6. I mean, we need to roll 4. So we survived. If you can hear that whining, that's my dog wanting me to play fetch, which I am doing because I love him. So, survived. And then we roll the event and then promotion, I believe. Let me see. Survival. Event. Yep. We don't need to roll commission. Roll for advancement. Okay. All right. And every career has its own events table here, as well as mishaps. We would have rolled a mishap and been ejected to the career if we had failed survival. Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it is. Just depends. 4, 6, so we get event 10. Higher is usually better. You're assigned a peacekeeping role, gain 1 of admin 1, investigate 1, deception 1, or recon 1. Okay, so assigned a peacekeeping. Let's do investigate 1. Because it's always good to be able to check out your surroundings. And then we roll for a promotion, which, oh gosh, it's a 7+ on education. So we need to roll 6, which is not bad. We're rolling 2d6, but we didn't make it. Oops. When you retire, if you've achieved a certain rank, you actually get better retirement benefits. Term 3, Army. And let's see. So, and I'll double check if it's the same with 2nd edition, but having this skill Gambler actually lets you get more money when you retire. But let's do another one, support table. I kind of want drive. More electronics. Okay. Which can come in handy because it also works for like jamming your enemy's sensors in combat. So we're going to survive, probably. Yeah, easy. Okay, an event. 4. 2 is always bad to get. You're assigned an urbanized planet torn by war, gain stealth 1, streetwise 1, persuade 1, or recon 1. We are getting stealth 1. And it's good to kind of keep track of these events because there are rules when you're playing in a group. You can actually sync up your terms with characters depending on the age that you each are to figure out where you were at certain times and thus how you've met beforehand. So, assigned health 1. Okay, these are good to have. Let's see if we get a promotion. Gotta roll 7 or higher. Dang, no promotion. Man. Now, let me see. What is it? When you start aging. If you're 34 or older, so we're now 26. So we get one more roll before we have to start aging. So we'll try it again. Okay. Let's go on the personal development table. 6. We get melee 1. Okay. Oh, wait. No, that's not right. Okay, so we're able to, defend ourselves because we'll be rolling, a 3 against usually 8. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot to write that we survived. So, got to roll a 4 or higher to survive. And we did. Barely. What's our event? 6. Roll 7 on all of these is always a life event that goes to a standard thing. You're thrown into brutal ground war. Roll education 8 to avoid injury. If you succeed, gain gun combat or leadership. Okay, so we can end up with an injury, and there's an injured table. Education 8, and we are at 11, so we get a +1. So we have to roll 7. Oh, good. Okay. Combat, survived, gained guns, +1. Wait, does it say at 1? At rank 1? Hold on. I gotta check this because... Okay. I can't remember if it starts you at rank 1 or not, or if it's +1. I think it's actually, when they say that, at 1, they mean +1. So we'll do gun combat. Skills and training. Okay. Oh. Nope. Okay, it is at rank 1. So... melee 1. Oh, okay. So what was the event I got melee 1? Because I can't increase it to +2. What was the other... event I had? Oh, that was my personal development thing. That's fine. Okay, so we're not guns +1. But leadership. Oh, wait. Gain 1 level in gun combat. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I do get that at +2. Okay. Alright. Not 12. So that's usually dexterity, which we have +1. So we're going to have a +3 bonus, and your normal target is 8. So rolling 5 or higher, you've got great odds. Let's try for a promotion again. Oh, wait. Oh, that's 7. And we have a +1. So, promoted. O2, which is, it's different ranks in each one. And they'll have them listed. Wait. Here we go. Oh, okay. Lieutenant, and now I'm a captain. Oh, yeah, that's right. Leadership 1. Did I already have leadership? No. Okay. So perfect. Captain. I really don't want to deal with aging. Well, let's see. We could go for a major tactics military. But see, if you get up higher, SOC jumps to 10 or +1. So it's super easy to get. But we'll do one more term because I guess you're going to want to actually see how aging works. So, term 5, Army. Let's roll on the support again, because I'd really like to get flyer. Okay. Okay. At least it wasn't comms again. Profession. So it's kind of like what you can do on your downtime for money. Our profession. Well, let's say procurement sounds like a good thing. Profession, buyer, seller. 1. Okay. And that's how you make money during your downtime. Let's see, will we survive? Yep. Okay. What's our event? 4 again. Urbanized planet. So, stealth, streetwise, persuade, or recon 1. We've already got recon and streetwise, persuade. Let's do persuade 1. I think it's more important to get another skill at rank 1 than it is. Oh, and shoot, you have a skill cap too. So many ranks based on, I think, your intelligence. Let's see if we've exceeded that. Okay. And let's hope we get a promotion. Be nice to make senior officer rank. Is major senior officer? Yeah, I think so. Okay, good. Promoted to major. And there you get tactics military 1. Okay. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13 ranks of skills. And I know there's a skill limit rule back here. Skill limits. Skill can never be... Traveller may never have total number of skill levels higher than 3 times his combined intelligence and education. Oh, yeah. That's fine, because we've got... That'd be like 57. And that's never going to happen. Okay. So, now aging. Also, we'll do retirement after this. But yeah, if anyone here has the 2022 update of this, the update to Central Supply Catalog, to High Guard, to the Traveller Companion, please in the comments let me know how you like it and what's different from the previous ones. Oh, by the way, so when we retire, see, since we've made rank 03 or 4, we get 2 extra benefit rolls. If we had stayed in for one more term and gotten that promotion, we'd get 3 extra benefit rolls and +1 to all of them rolled for that career. But aging and entries, okay. So we reach 34 into their 4th career term, and we've got Oh, shoot. Into the 4th career term. That's right. So we should have aged 2D on the aging table. Okay. So 2D minus 4. Oops, okay. That's fine. We didn't age the first time. And then 2D minus 5. Oh. 0. Okay. Reduce one physical characteristic by 1. Okay. So, aged. Let's do end minus 1 because that's not going to put us in a penalty. But I really like having this strong strength and dexterity. We're only 1 away from rank 12, and we actually might get that from a benefit. So we've got 6 retirement rolls. You can use 3 of them. Or up to 3 on cash. But I'm not going to determine what I'm going to start rolling not on cash. And then see if I get anything I like. Okay, so mustering out benefits. This is what we roll. Yeah, and we can even roll endurance plus 1 again. So, first one, rolling on the non-cash. 4. We get a weapon. Roll 2, because we definitely have to do at least 3 that are not cash. Endurance plus 1 or combat implant. Oh, let's do combat implant. We'll figure out what that is later. Roll 3. 2. Intelligence plus 1. Hey, alright, that's nice because that brings us up to 9 intelligence. So we now get a bonus of plus 1. 9, 10, 11. So we have no penalties, and we have a bonus of plus 1 to 4 stats. Now, I think we're going to do at least 1 cash. It's good to do cash. 1. Ugh. $2,000. Okay. Let's do just the rest in cash. 4 and 5. Okay, so 10,000. Okay, so we get 21,000. Now we'll be ready to play. If we had done a spacefaring career like the Navy or the merchants, we could have ended up with ship shares, which are really profitable. So, characteristic increase, combat implant, gain any augmentations on 9 with a limit of 50,000 credits in TL12. That's tech level. If you roll this benefit again, you can take a different one or increase the one by 1 level. Okay. Now, weapon, select 1 weapon with a limit of 1,000 credits, tech level 12. Okay, so page 99 is combat implants. Let's see what this bad boy gets. Can't cost more than 50,000. Okay, so we can start here, but that's too high of a tech level. So we could get a neural comm, another neural comm, the best neural comm. Oh no, we can't get the best one because it's old. So we can get a mid, or we can get skill augmentation, skill DM plus 1, or subdermal armor, which I love subdermal armor. Armor plus 1. And that reduces incoming damage. Yeah, let's do that. Plus 1. Okay. And then a weapon that costs $1,000 or less. battle dress. It's kind of like heavy. Oh, okay. It's this way. But you'll see where it says battle dress. That means almost like mechanized. One step below mecha. Computers. Medical. Sensors. Survival gear. And if you get Central Supply Catalog, it's really useful. Okay, so melee weapons tend to cost less, so I'm not gonna... Oh, and every time... I forgot to mention, every time you get another level of a skill where specialties exist, unless it says which specific specialty, you get to add another one. So we'll do energy pistols and slug throwers. Melee 2 armed, blades. Okay. So, slug throwers here. What's the cost here? Oh, these are the magazines. So, any of those, up to an advanced combat rifle, which is pretty darn good. Yeah, let's actually say that was... Okay, so slug thrower rifle. I'm probably going to do that. Let's see what energy pistols do. Yeah. Because I can only get a stunner. Okay, so I'm going to get an ACR. I can always put those stats down later. So, this is more or less it. I need to define my ally and my enemy better. I can spend my cash on some things. You can't... There's a spending limit to begin. 23... And you also get to kind of add more skills if you've got a full party going on, to make sure that certain skills at certain ranks exist within your party. Gosh, it would have been nice to have gotten further promotions. Pensions, yeah, see, and you get a pension of $10,000 or more. Skill packages, right, so we're not going to bother with that because we're not making multiple characters, but depending on the type of campaign that you're doing, whether you're playing like scouts, diplomats, generic, whatever, each person takes turns picking one of these skills until you've picked them all. We don't have debt. And we didn't have any injuries, so we won't have medical bills either. But there was... where was it? There used to be a rule where you got to pick one other person within your party, or two people, to have a personal connection with, and for each connection you got a rank of a skill. Connections rule. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're playing solo like I am, you could probably just, or I would be, grab an entire skill package for yourself, and then I would probably use the connections rule for my ally to gain a rank of a skill before I start. And then, yeah, I would have also bought some more gear. Good things include, like, survival rations, maybe a vac suit if you can afford it, ammunition, portable computers and stuff. that kind of dealy bob. These are different species you can do. Post-career education. Oh yeah, that's how you can, during play, get it. Yeah, you could have spent time in prison. That's another career. Okay, so that said, it's a kind of a longer process than it is with the other games we've been shown. And there is a game that is not Traveller, because it doesn't have the license, but it's called the Cepheus system. And it plays exactly like previous versions of Traveller with some tweaks. There are multiple versions of the Cepheus system run by different publishers. And I'm going to, in a future day, show you how to create a character with Cepheus. It's a bit faster. And I've actually got a book I wrote called Turbo Character Generation for Cepheus that makes it even faster. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in, and have a great night.